Hello everyone, my name is Nilakshi Mate. Today we are going to study about forecasting. In this chapter we go through the need for forecasting, role of forecasting in production planning and control, that means PPC, type of forecasting methods, those are quantitative type and qualitative type method. These methods are again divided into several methods: time series analysis, least square method, moving average method, exponential smoothing method, and judgment technique. In today's lecture we go through the all points briefly. So first we start with the definition of the forecast. So what is meant by forecasting? It is the process of estimating a future event by casting forward past data. The past data are systematically combined in a predetermined way to obtain the estimate of the future. Forecasting parallelly deals with the prediction concept, is a process of estimating a future event based on subjective considerations other than just a past data. These subjective considerations need not be combined in a predetermined way. Dear student, I am explaining you by giving some examples in our day-to-day life. People save for future to take care of contingencies like serious illnesses. Likely heavy expenses are come during that serious illnesses. So every people or every individual plan for their future to provide for their families and children in case of their sudden death, etc. These contingencies might not occur, or when they occur the magnitude may be such that total saving may not be sufficient. So that means if it is accurately known before the hand, then the plans can be prepared and implemented to better take care of that contingencies. So it is most important that the forecasting is the ability, judgment, and the experience, so we do the forecasting perfectly or do the sound planning. Same concept applied to the manager of the manufacturing industry. Every manager would like to know exact nature of the future events to accordingly take a action or make a plan to complete their targets. When sufficient time is in his hand to implement the plan, the effectiveness of his plan depends upon the level of the accuracy with which the future events are known to him. But every manager plan for the future irrespective of the fact whether the future events are exactly known or not. So student, from these two examples we know about the forecasting, which is when estimates of the future conditions are made on a systematic basis. The process is called forecasting, and the figure or the statement thus obtained is defined as the forecast. So in short, what is meant by forecast? A statement about the future value of variable of interest such as demand. Means the forecasting is depend upon the level of the demand. There are two vital aspects of forecast: expected level of demand and degree of accuracy that can be assigned to the forecast. As I previously say that the forecasting is depend upon the best of his ability, judgment, and the experience. Then only you can get the degree of accuracy and reach to the level of the demand of the forecast. So there are two type of forecasting ranges. One is short range and other is long range. In the short range we are forecasting for an hour, for a day, for a week, or for the month, and in the long range forecast we are planning for the next 6 months, for the next year, and for the upcoming 5 years, or the life of the product or the service. These are the two types of forecasting ranges. Now we go forward. In the forecast, some decisions and the activities are affected by the forecasting decisions. Those are accounting, finance, human resource, marketing, management information system, in short MIS, operations, product and service design. As I said, forecast affect the decision and activities throughout an organization. So the activities are in accounting department, cost and profit estimate are depend on the forecasting. In finance department, cash flow and the funding activities are depend on the forecasting. In human resource department, hiring of the new recruiters, hiring of the new students or the new trainee persons, as well as some trainings are organizing on the basis of the forecasting. In marketing department, pricing activity, promotion activity and the strategies are planned according to the forecasting concept. In MIS department, IT and IS systems are dependent on the forecast. Services are also dependent on the forecasting concept. In operation department, schedule to be completed within the time, it is depend on the forecasting. MRP, workloads. In product and service design, new product development and the other services are also depend on the forecasting technique. But the forecasting is rarely perfect because of the randomness. In the world of where the future is not known with certainty, virtually every business and economy decision rests upon a forecast of the future condition. Forecasting aims at reducing the area of uncertainty that surrounds management decision making with respect to the cost, profits, sales, production, pricing, capital investment, and so forth. If the future were known with certainty, forecasting would be unnecessary. But uncer- uncertainty does exist. Future outcomes are rarely assumed, and therefore organized system of forecasting is necessary. So there are some functions which are main during any forecasting. First one is the creation of the plan of action. The general use of forecasting is to be found in monitoring the continuing progress of plans based on the forecast. Last one, the forecast provides a warning system of a critical factors to be monitored regularly because they might drastically affect the performance of the plan. So we get to know that in forecasting process one should note that it is impossible to forecast the future precisely, and there always must be some range of error allowed for the forecast. So we know about the importance of the forecasting. Importance of forecasting involves the following points. Forecasting provides relevant and reliable information about the past and present event and the likely future events. This is necessary for the sound planning. Sound planning means, dear student, perfect planning. Second one, it gives the confidence to the manager for making important decision. It is the basis for making planning premises. It keeps manager active and alert to face the challenges of the future events and the changes in the environment. So these are the important points while doing any forecasting in the industry or in your day-to-day life. Now going forward to see the features of the forecasting. Features of the forecasting are forecasting in concern with the future events. It shows the probability of happening of future events. It analyzes past and present data. It uses statistical tools and techniques. It uses personal observations of each team member in the forecasting team for the manufacturing industries. So, some elements are also needed while doing a good forecasting processes. Easy to use written documents are very necessary during the forecasting. Meaningful decisions, accurate forecast, reliable within the range or provide some range for the future forecasting. And first, last but not the least is the point is time is mentioned perfectly or within the range as per the past or present data. Now we can see the steps in the forecasting. Those are analyzing and understanding the problem, developing sound foundation, collecting and analyzing data, estimating future events, comparing results, and last one is the follow up the actions. Now we can see one by one. First step is analyzing and understanding the problem. The manager must first identify the real problem for which the forecast is to be made. This will help the manager to fix the scope of forecasting. Means if you have to plan to manufacture some amount of good in a batch quantity, you have to know about the delivery of the product, then the machine capacity and the time required to manufacture the one component. Then you will be forecast perfectly. Second step in forecasting is developing sound foundation. Means the management can develop a sound foundation for the future after considering available information, experience, type of businesses and the rate of development. Means the manager know about the whole information for that product in the past data we considered, and in present data we get the information about the actual processes are followed to manufacture that product. Then which type of product is, either it is complex manufacturing or it is simple manufacturing, and then we will forecast for the manufacturing of that product. Third step is collecting and analyzing data. Data collection is a time consuming process. Only relevant data must be kept. Many statistical tools can be used to analyze the data. Fourth step is estimating future events. The future events are estimated by using trend analysis. Trend analysis makes provisions for some error. That's why we are assigning some ranges in the forecasting to get the precise amount of forecast. Fifth step in forecasting is comparing results. The actual results are compared with the estimated results. If the actual results tally with the estimated results, there is nothing to worry. In case of any major difference between the actual and the estimates, it is necessary to find out the reasons for the poor performance, and then we take the corrective actions to match that gap between the actual results and the estimated results. Next step in the forecasting is follow up the action. The forecasting process can be continuously improved and refined on the basis of the past experience. Areas of weaknesses can be improved for the future forecasting. There must be regular feedback for the forecasting. So, for the perfect forecasting, it is necessary for the forecast lies in its ability to help the manager or the planners to help them to take the better actions regarding future, and also to help them in discharging their functions more effectively. So how does it help? a manager invariably continues to discharge his function, forecast or no forecast, when a forecast is available. So there are some steps. First one is the manager is comparatively better informed so as to set up his objective more clearly. Second one, his thinking and generation and choice of alternatives become more focused. And third one, because sufficient time is available, it is possible to organize and implement his actions in a more effective way. So what is the importance? The importance is the difference in a positive and the large, then the importance is more. Otherwise, it is not important. If there is the large difference, the error of the forecast is large. Means the proper forecasting is directly related to the forecast error. The difference of the result of the action as discussed above may not be relevant because both become unreliable. So, the forecast error is directly proportional to the value forecast actually happening. The more sophisticated models of forecast often provide forecast with the smaller error, but cost of development of the model forecasting and maintaining tends to be high. Now see about the limitation of forecasting. The collection and analysis of data about the past, present and future involves a lot of time and money. Therefore, managers have to balance the cost of forecasting with its benefits. Many small firms don't do forecasting because of high cost. Second, limitation for the forecasting. Forecasting can only estimating the future events. Dear student, the limitation for the forecasting is forecasting can only estimate the future events. It cannot guarantee that these events will take place in the future. Means there are some uncertainty comes during the forecasting planning. Long term forecast will be less accurate as compared to short term forecast because of randomness or some obstructs comes during that planning days or planning years. Third one third limitation is forecasting is based on certain assumptions. If these assumptions are wrong, the forecasting will be wrong. Forecasting is based on the past event. However, history may not repeat itself at all times. Last limitation is the forecasting require proper judgment and the skills on the part of the manager. Forecast may go wrong due to bad judgment and the skill on the part of the some managers. Therefore, forecasts are subject to human error. As I early said that forecast is the activity depend on the manager skill. Managers as in skills, his ability, judgment and the manager's experience. Now we see the forecasting in the production processes. So what is the need of the forecasting in production or in the operation management? So there are two basic needs. First one is the purpose and the other one is the time. So in purpose, any action plan or any plan is completed or devised in the present to take care of some contingencies occurring out of the situations and the conditions or the set of conditions set in the futures. So these future conditions offer a purpose or the target to be achieved so as to take the advantage of or to minimize the impact of these fixtures conditions. An action or a plan cannot be taken in void without any purpose. Any plan or action is to achieve something. This something is derived the function of the future conditions. For example, the action or plan to set up an additional plant to increase the production capacity. How much increase production capacity and what should be the size of the new plant is dependent on the future demand of the supply. So this demand supply gap, to take advantage of this future, a target of increased production is arrived. To achieve this target, a plan is prepared and put into action. To prepare a plan and to do the activities, it requires some time to increase the production rate or to develop the new plant. So to prepare a plan, time is most important. To organize resources for its implementation, to implement and complete the plan within the time, and all these activity and the resources come into one package. So some situations need very little time, some other situation needs several years of time. Therefore, if future forecast is available in advance, appropriate action can be planned and implemented in time, so your activity will be completed with the proper time or within the time. So we take the same example for the time purpose. Consider the same example. We take advantage to future demand and reduce the supply gap. First, we have to consider the plan or decision is to be taken through the explored. Several alternatives are considered and one of them chosen. In the above case, the alternative chosen is set up an additional plant. So we take this time as a T1. Location of the additional plant is to be chosen. This again take a time. Suppose this is Q. Now we go further. First one, technology negotiation, if any have to be conducted. Second one, land purchase negotiation, acquisition activity, means the registration activity have to be completed. So it also take a time. Next one, permissions and clearances from the various authority as required under the law have to be applied for and obtained. So it also required some time. Provisions for the adequate finances is to be made. Suppose all these times take a T3. So the actual erection constructions testing is to be completed and commercial production is to be started. Suppose this take a time 0, means the minimum time required to plan and the implement the action, means to establish a new plant to increase the production, we have to consider the 4 times, and these 4 times accumulated and the actual time required for the whole process is come out. If and when the situation arises and the planning and the action can be completed immediately without taking any times, the forecasting not be needed at all. So these are the two need of forecasting in the production and the operation management. So how you can apply the production forecasting process, now we go to know. First one is the fix the forecasting objective, decide what to forecast, determine the time frame as I early said to student. Collect the data of forecasting. Select the forecasting model. Build and test the forecasting model. Prepare the forecast. Prepare the forecasting data. Compare events with the forecasting. as I early said, the last phase is evaluate. Okay, now we can see the all steps one by one. What is mean by fix the forecasting objectives? The production manager must fix the forecasting objective. This is, he must know exactly why he is doing the production forecasting. Forecasting objective answers the question like, dear student, you get my point. The manager must fix the forecasting objective first. This will help the manager for doing the forecasting for the further production activity. Forecasting objective answers the question like, why are we forecasting? Here is the answer of the forecasting. To his question, maybe we are doing forecasting to help us in marketing planning, or we are doing forecasting to help us in the plant capacity planning, and etc. If we know exactly why we are forecasting, then we can collect the proper data for that purpose, and this will result in more accurate forecasting. Second one is decide what to forecast. After finding out why to forecast, the production manager must answer the question what to forecast. This is, are we forecasting the volume of production, value of sales, the amount of finance required, the number of workers required for the future production, and so on. The production manager must decide the units of measurement such as volume, value, etc. for the forecasting. Dear student, you get my point? Decide what to forecast means we know why we are forecasting. Now we have to decide what to forecast. In early example, we are setting forecasting for implementing the new plant to reduce the supply of gap and increase the production rate. So the manager know the value of sales, the amount of finance required, and the volume of production. So for that purpose, the manager also know the how many number of workers required for that future production. Okay, now the third step is determine the time frame. The production manager then fixes or determine the time frame for the production forecast. That is, he must answer the question, for what period are we making a forecast? In other words, whether the forecast is made for a week, for a month, or 3 months, or 6 months, or 1 year, or more. Means in this time frame we are making a short range forecasting or the long range forecasting. So the manager have to decide that he should forecast for the short range or for the long range. Fourth step is collect the data for forecasting. The production manager must fix the database. That is, he must decide from where he will collect the data for forecasting. Okay, in other words, we can explain that he must decide whether to collect the data from the internal sources or the external sources, means from the external agencies, or from the external advisor or the external consultancies, or from the internal sources means from the experienced person from the same industry, from the higher management. He take the data for the further planning. He must also decide whether to use the quantitative data or the qualitative data. As I early says, there are two methods of forecasting. First one is quantitative method and other one is the qualitative method. So in this fourth step, the production manager decides about the type of data which he will use for the forecasting. Okay student, now we go for the next step. Select the forecasting model. In this step, the production manager must decide the method or a model of forecasting which he will use. There are many methods of forecasting. Okay, so as I earlier said, there are two methods, quantitative and qualitative methods. In qualitative method, such as nominal group technique, Delphi technique, etc., are more suitable for new products. However, for existing product with stable demand, quantitative method use. So next step is build and the test the forecasting model. In this step, the production manager uses a part of the available data to build a forecasting model. A model is a statistical or mathematical formula. He uses the other part of data to test that model. That is, he will apply the formula and see whether it gives the accurate answer or not. If not, he will make necessary changes to the formula until he gets the satisfactory results. Means he tested his model again and again to take a sound planning or to get the sound planning in the forecast. Prepare the forecast. After selecting the forecasting model, the production manager must prepare the forecast for a specific period for a particular product. The period may be weekly or monthly, etc. Means the forecasting is short range or maybe long range. Okay student, now we go for the next step, present the forecast. In this step, the production manager gives or presents the forecast to those who will use it. He must also supply detailed information about how the forecast was made, from where the data was collected, what are the assumptions of the forecast, etc. Last step in the production forecasting process is compare events with the forecast. Here is the final step. The actual event or performance is compared with the forecasting events. These deviations are corrected wherever possible or the forecast are modified. So dear student, you get my points for the all steps followed in the production forecasting processes. So, as I earlier said, methods of forecasting, there are two methods of forecasting, qualitative type method and quantitative type method. Qualitative type method, in this method consists of subjective inputs which often precise numerical description, and in quantitative method consists of mainly analyzing objective or hard data. These methods are we see in the forecast part 2 in details. These two methods are divided into several types. So these are judgmental, time series and associative models. Judgmental is uses objective inputs. Time series part is uses historical data assuming the future will be like the past, but we get the points that the history it will not be repeat. Associative models uses explanatory variables to predict the futures. In time series, history may not be repeat, but sometimes we take the experiences from the history and to avoid the faults in the futures. Okay students, thank you. All the methods are explained in the next forecast part 2 series.